Howdy guys, hopefully you're having a fantastic day today, and welcome back to OneGreatMangaWar, where we'll be going over Battle Royale Ultimate Edition number 3. And man, is this a fantastic one, my guys. Oh my goodness. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so this book is split up into 3 distinct parts. The Shinji and Kazuo fight, Mitsuko, and that scene, and Shuya being the devil. Alright, so let's start off with the first one that starts off. The first one in the beginning is the Shinji and Kazuo fight. This is my favorite anything in Battle Royale. This is the best thing in Battle Royale, and words cannot describe how freaking good it is. So how it starts off is Shinji is finished the bomb, and they're going over there to go get the rope tied and stuff. But they meet this other kid who is who is very just not a very good person. He's just like a chicken. Like if one of his friends is in trouble, he will like run away and hide to protect himself exclusively. And Shinji has dealt with this before. He's dealt with this guy before. He knows who he is, and he's like begging them for him to join their team. He's like, frick no. I know who you are. I know what you do. I refuse. And he's like begging and pleading, and then Shinji pulls a gun on him. He's like, dude, you cannot freaking come with us. If you walk any further, I'll shoot. And before he shoots him, Kazuo from the other side of the map literally lasers the guy. And the coward character who's with Shinji is like, you shot him. He didn't deserve this. And Shinji's just like, I didn't shoot him. And the other dude's like, no, you're lying. He's like, no, I did not shoot him. And then like they hug and they make up, and then Kazuo freaking kills the coward character. It was a roller coaster of emotions. And then it doesn't stop. It does not freaking stop. Once Shinji realizes what freaking happens, he goes and runs into the repair shop and is like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, I'm freaking dead. This dude has literally killed everybody and he's coming for me next. He's like, I am not gonna die. So, no joke, he has a condom. For some reason, okay, he has a condom. He finds it. And for some reason, this allows him to turn on the bomb. I have no clue. It's freaking weird. But he's like, I'm gonna activate this bomb because if I don't right now, I'm gonna freaking die. So he's getting the bomb ready, and he's like shot in the foot. So now he can't run. So he has to get on this. He has to get on one of those rolly things they use for to get under the car. So he's like rolling around on that, trying to get the make sure the bomb is secure so it doesn't go off on him and anything like that. But then he gets it all ready to go, and it just blows up. Boom! And it's just so freaking cool. He's like, he jumps out the window and it explodes, and you know he's gonna die. You're like, Kazuo is dead. It's gone. It's all good. And Kazuo comes out of the truck and like out of the explosion, and like this is about as stupid as Indiana Jones is like surviving a nuclear blast in a freaking refrigerator. It's stupid, but like it's stupid, but it just keeps going, and he's like barely alive. And he's like, oh thank goodness, I made it out. I made it out. He's like, I'm gonna be alive. And then like he pops, like I said, Kazuo comes out of the freaking truck and shoots him. He's like, ah, and he's like, crap, I'm about to die. And Kazuo goes over to finish the job. And then my favorite scene in the whole freaking book, well, my favorite panel in the whole book, is when he goes for the clutch shot. He's like, pulls up his gun, he's like, clutch shot, sucker, and he pops it, and freaking misses. I'm just, darn. Just, it hurt, man. My favorite character has died officially in Battle Royale, and it made me feel, it hurt. I'm like, dang, nabbit, that sucks. But the book continues on right after that. Eventually, Kazuo finds another character, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because of his gruesome death. Kazuo goes against another guy who's around by the nurse's office, and he has like a helmet on and like a jacket, so he can't really be killed real easily. So he's got armor all over him, and Kazuo is like, I know what will kill him, and he shoots the guy straight up the nuts, and it is gory and awful, and oh my word, it's kind of funny, it's kind of not, but it freaking hurt. It freaking hurts watching that scene. But not as bad as this next scene, because if you've read Battle Royale, you know what I'm about to talk about when I say Mitsuko and that scene. So Mitsuko decides that she's going to get all nicey with these guys, right? And she's like, oh, I've loved you for this long, and the dude's like, no, shut up, you don't, like, no, you're doing this to manipulate us. She's like, no, I'm not, and then she goes on to the next guy, and is like, oh, I've liked you for so long, because y'all are so freaking nice, or some bullcrap. And this dude falls for it, and then they just, golly, he gets all, he's like, oh, they have the, crap, this is hard to talk about. They go off and they do their little thing, and then he freaking dies because, of course, so while they're doing their thing, she pulls out this razor blade to cut his neck open. No joke. And like his friend sees what's going on. He's like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And then like he looks, and she like hits him in the neck. He's like, "Ah!" It's like, "Not again!" And he's like, "I'm gonna freaking kill you." And the friend's like, "Whoa! We can talk about this. We can be friends." He's like, "No, I'm gonna freaking shoot her." I'm gonna freaking shoot her. She's gonna die. He's like, hand me the gun. It's like, I'm not handing you the gun. He's like, hand me the gun. He's like, fine. He's like, he hands her the gun. Hands him the gun. And then he drops it. And then she goes rushing after her like Reaper blade. I don't remember what they're called, but it's a Reaper blade. And he's gonna kill him. And he's like, no! And he pulls out the second gun he has, and he like tries to shoot her. And the boy who's like all nice and stuff is like, no! And like gets shot in his stomach. And he's like, oh crap, dude, why? I told you she was a bad person. Like, why didn't you believe me? And why did you protect her? He's like, I believe the best of people or whatever. And then Mitsuko just Reaper blades the guy with the gun. Kills him. And Mitsuko is just so enamored with this one other guy because of how nice he is and how kind and all that jargon. Oh my word. This scene's so freaking hard to talk about. And due to her sexual abuse of her father and what her father told her, that touching it makes it feel better, and makes the pain go away. God, oh my word. She grapes a guy, a dying child. She's graping a dying child because she believes that it will help him feel better. And to say this is one of the most saddest, most disgusting, and just tragic scenes I've ever seen in a book, period, is an understatement. It is horrible. It is a horrible scene, and it's really freaking hard to get through it. I'm moving on because it's tragic, awful, and just ugh. So let's go on to something a little bit more crazy, because it just, when you think this book just cannot stop getting, like, whack, it just pulls one from under you and just like, bam! So, in the last book, like I said, Shuya gets brutally shot by Kazuo and is barely alive. So, they meet up, they come out of the water and they're in this lighthouse place, and there's these girls. And they're like, please help him. He needs help. And they're like, fine, we're gonna help you, and we're gonna get him back to normal. And then he gets better, and like he gets a little bit better. And one of the girls helps him out, you know, all that stuff. And all of a sudden, they're all like, oh, you know, all the girls have had a crush on you or whatever. And he's like, okay, like I really don't care. I guess main character syndrome. Everybody's got like him. It's just, I really didn't care for that part. But it goes into the future of this part, because one of the new characters that was one of the more recent people who came into their little group of, I believe, like 6 or 7 girls, truly believes every death that's happened has been because of Shuya. It's not explained how or why, besides she becomes mentally insane. So she decides that she's gonna, the weapon she was given was poison, and she's gonna put it in the soup that the girls are cooking. So one of the girls is like, okay, let's go make some soup. They make the soup, and then she drops it in there. And then she's like, oh, I want to try it first before I give it to him, tee-hee. And she puts it in her mouth, and then she immediately starts vomiting, and then starts vomiting blood, and then dies. And then all the girls are like, who the frick did this? Who did this? Who did this? Who put the cyanide, or cyanide? Was it cyanide? I don't remember. Who put the poison in the soup? Who's gonna freaking die? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? And then anybody who would ever freaking like talk, like, bam, you're dead. Like, oh my goodness, she didn't do nothing. And they're like, bam, you're dead. And then bam, you're dead. And it's just, it's freaking brutal and insane what's going on. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. And I'm just like, okay. And then Shuya wakes up hearing all this. He's like, what the heck is going on in there? I have to check and see what happens. And then he rushes through the door, and that's where this volume ends. So, let's do a little bit of a recap here. In conclusion, Battle Royale Volume number 3 has one of the best scenes in the manga, and also one of the darkest and grimmest scenes I have seen in a manga. My favorite part of this volume is the Shinji and Kazuo fight, and it cannot be missed. It is so freaking good. I love it. Even if it gets a little stupid with the whole nuclear refrigerator thing, like, whatever. It also has Shuya being the devil, which is, like, super freaking weird. But it is very interesting watching how, like, the pandemonium, everybody's, like, panicking. Because we haven't really got that in this manga where, like, the characters are like, I knew you, like, I can't trust you anymore. We haven't got to that part yet. And it's really cool seeing that, and I'm really happy we got to touch on it. Definitely one of my highlights of the series. And then the final one, which is the Musuko grape scene, is just where she grapes a dying guy. It's just awful. It's a very hard scene to get through. It shows how truly messed up some of these kids are, and I feel truly sorry for everyone involved in this whole program. But yeah, if you read Battle Royale's Volumes 1 and 2, you're probably going to buy Volume 3 already, but I do absolutely recommend Battle Royale Volume 3, Ultimate Edition Volume 3, if you can get through the grape scene. But if you can get through that, this is a banger of a volume and should not be missed. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic day, and come back to me next time when we talk about Battle Royale Volume 3. No. Okay, so as most of y'all know about Battle Royale, this is an incredibly out-of-print manga. And is very expensive. And the more you go into it, the more expensive it gets. And this includes the next volume in it, which is Volume 4. I do not own Volume 4, nor do I plan on buying it at this moment due to the high prices. If I can find the singles of 10, 11, and 12, or Volume 4 for a decent price, I will do another review, because I absolutely love Battle Royale. I will do another review of it. But as of right now, this is where it's going to have to stop at the moment. I know some of y'all are going to be a little bit like, oh man, I was really looking forward to see what happens next. But until I am able to find Volume 4 or the singles of 10, 11, and 12 for really cheap, that's where it's going to have to stop at. But yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed this little review series I've done. I hope y'all really did enjoy it. Have a fantastic day. And get out there and read some manga, my friends.